Our idea is that to improve like the obesity in Brazil is making more infrastructure so people can go outside and can have like a healthier life and uh, they can reduce obesity and yeah, that's our main idea.
Well, we wanna make like a campaign to raise awareness of the situation in Brazil. We wanna also make like campaigns for sport, so for all the people can start making like sport exercises for the public. And we wanna make also the campaign to raise awareness about the situation that it was like because Brazil is the second country that uses plastic like surgeries. So we're gonna make awareness of that and implement like a good or a good lifestyle.
Okay, so we decided to make a campaign to educate at schools about nutrition, healthy diets, also a free psychological aid for people having trouble with their bodies, with like um, self self-esteem. Also, we're going to make some laws to increase the security in medical like spaces, not hospitals, but places where beauty procedures can make, so they can increase the level of security in avoiding accidents and problems during the procedures.
And also the government would support with mental health initiatives and promote sustainable beauty or health standards.
So yeah, I think we agree, or me personally, I agree with the both ideas, because it is important, like the factor of the people to realize that it has like very realistic beauty standards or something related, and yeah,
I think that the most important is the awareness of don't make too much surgeries, just the health care, the self care of the health, because that demand that increase the surgeries can affect the people because they start to rise the illegal establishment, and that can be dangerous for the people.
I think the three ideas complement each other because like obesity is not like one day you want to lose weight. You have like you say, a psychological procedure and with infrastructure, they can start making exercise and also they can start going to what did you say? Like campaigns for running and stuff. So yeah.
Also, I think that like we have to think about like from the concept of social equality, like this will have like to be uh, accessible for everyone, like in all Brazil, and like in the infrastructures like that you are saying. I think that all people like have to enter to will have the possibility to enter to these infrastructures, and will have the access to the campaigns. And from our like idea is also like a program that, as my friend said, the program also includes like from the schools, from all the age people that are in Brazil. So I think
I think that campaign is a good idea, but um, invest in infrastructure, urban infrastructure is a good beginning because um, although the infrastructure contributes to promote the how do you say Mm, yes, to work going outdoor activities. Campaign is a good idea, but is I think it's more important in first invest in infrastructure, urban areas.
Yes, and I think that promotes the make more do exercise to people is promotes the investment for more parks, more bike lanes, can improve that mental health for the people, do more exercise, and that can improve the maybe the traffic. Also is a good option for cities like Sao Paulo. That traffic is so.
Easy. That's easy.
I think all the other point that is important to touch in this debate is to promote the health food because in some urban zones like the big cities of Brazil, maybe people could eat some ultra processed food, and I think it's important to promote or to invest, as Carol says, that invest in some projects that may that that promote, I think, the food and health, food like vegetables or food, and also it can improve the, for example, the economy in the with the zones that are not urban, I think rural zones, or and sorry, and improve the health of the people that are in the urban zones. So I think it's important to touch that that kind of points um, because it's important to see that, for example, the surgical procedures or or the yeah the cosmetic or the aesthetic surgeries are not the best solution to the obesity because if you are in a surgery, for example, you can be good, but in the short time, but in the long term, in the long time, sorry, if you don't care yourself, you can be obese, I think, an obese person again.
Okay, so I agree with your like when you were thinking about the food. I think that for like make it happen, we can talk about some taxes for food, like ultra processed food, to make it like some way expensive and like a tax save for the healthy food to make it cheaper. So it's like yeah, everybody's gonna buy the cheapest food, so they're going to start eating healthier, like in a indirect way. And we also have been thinking about some things about the cosmetics procedures. You wanna talk about something?
And also, I think that we need to talk about the cosmetic procedures. First, I think that a successful solution that involve a supportive police maybe focus on the self acceptance and rather than maybe the childish obsession with the perfection. I think that in other time, like in past, people used to accept their natural looks, but today in Brazil, that is the context, people, especially women, try to have like a curvy body. And in some cases, maybe these procedures can be so risks for the health from people.
I also want to talk about the long-term infrastructure because if government invest in infrastructure, a lot of people are going to, like government, are going to save a lot of money because people are going to have a healthier life. Also, like Brazil is a very big country and all their cities are like a bunch of people. Like if they invest in cycle lines or other ways of transport that can make people do exercise, it's going to be better because like first it's going to help the environment. Second, it's going to make people more do more exercise or walk more, and also in long term, it's going to save money in many ways.
Also, I want to like add something. It's like I agree with you with the idea like the infrastructure is like a good start, but I think that nowadays people is so are used to be so ambitious like for have the perfect body like they want to have it like now. So I think it's a long term like idea. So for now, I think that we have to start by the campaigns and the programs, like also for the people like to be motivated, and also for investors. I don't know, but because I think that the government wouldn't like cover all the costs of the infrastructures, programs, campaigns. So I think that first we have to do the campaigns, the programs, for that to like fund like investors and like people like to be conscious to like be prepared for your infrastructures.
Mm, yeah, that's right. It's a long-term solution, but also like only by awareness and campaigns, like people are going to need like spaces for doing exercise, right? So yeah, I agree with you. It's a long term. So also people, how I say earlier, people are not going to like by one day they're going to start like losing weight and need like a procedure like mental health or what you say like perfection. So yeah, that's the thing. Okay.
Does anybody disagree with something that we have talking about?
I want to add something. And also with the point of view, I think that maybe people have so unrealistic expectations, maybe about the cosmetic surgeries, and also have and take so extreme decisions, maybe like the diet, that it's connect with the cosmetic procedure and the obsessed, yes, and that. Maybe try to get a so extreme like diet, and it's we know that it's so dangerous.
I think that also is a problem, a mental problem, because people used to believe that we diet and exercise can fight the obesity, and so in nowadays society tends to lose weight without cosmetic procedures like liposuction, bariatric surgery. I think that is also a problem, a mental problem, because people think that do exercise is bored, and it's not a good idea. It's more, I think that it's more easier to
I think one of the solutions that current programs say is, for example, to promote the physical activity, but not looking this as a physical activity. For example, in Colombia, especially in Bogota, every Sunday it has a program that is ciclovia. So people could be or could see that plan or that program, such as a friend's plan. So if you say, for example, to your friend, "Oh, go to the ciclovia tomorrow," people could be see that program not as a physical activity plan, such as I do exercise, no, but it will be it will see, sorry, the program such as a friend's plan. So I think one solution is to um, show that the physical activity is something that is fun, but not is bored. Because if you see that thing that is bored, you will not to do exercise in this case. So I think it's one solution of that.
And also make exercise is more, it's cheaper than make a surgery.
Complementing, I would say that yes, it's very necessary the mentally of the people. If they don't get out of that zone of comfort, that I can just make a surgery and in a weekend I will be fine. And they don't work is more important for me, the education. And to the awareness of the government to implement that programs to the people. So the people can like conscient awareness of first the dangers of makeup procedure, the awareness of have that type of issues, like chronic issues like hypertension, things like that. And third, most important, the mental care, the health of the men and the mind. And just that's why I say that is most important, the education.
And also it's important education, because we are like playing with the cultural change of this like country, because they are like so like mentalized about the plastic surgeries, the like the perfect body, like all of this. So I think that we like have to take in account the cultural change that the country will like suffer. So I think also that the education is so important.
Yes, I think that all ideas should begin in the education, and improve the education for see the government, because if you have a good information, a good education about plastic surgeries, about making exercise, and the good or bad relation that you have with the food, you you can decide to which is the best option of your mental healthy, and you can well, um, uh, for other hand. So I think the government should invest in more spaces that you can applicate or make. If you decide exercise, you have places that um, provide promotes the culture of the physical exercise. Mm.
And Brazil is a growing metropolis that have the enough money or finances to apply the solutions. So I think that um, it's a good idea to maybe apply this discussion to this government.
Also, I want to talk about like we have to take care like a lot with the campaigns because like it can be like some problematic situations with I don't know like children that they can like think that oh they are telling us that we have to eat more healthier, but this can also turn into a I don't know an anorexia situation and bulimic situation that we don't want like to happen. So I think that we have to be like so awareness with the campaigns and what we are saying to the children and how we are saying.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing I will do because like children are like the future of the country, no? So if like if we start like doing all these ideas now, like maybe in the future there's going to be more infrastructure, the kids are going to grow without that mentality of changing a part of their body, and maybe there's days they'll start like doing more exercise or going to campaigns to run or something. So yeah, I think that's the most important thing. The children.
Okay, maybe I wanna like focus. I agree with the psychological factor. As we know, like most of those surgeries, the people that go through those surgeries, they wanna check every beauty standard, making it like they go through surgery because it is a good solution. And I think that it goes like in the long term. This brings like a lot of diseases and health issues. So maybe focus like make a line or raise awareness about the effects of those surgeries.
You talk about a lot of children, but I think that the old adults also needs to have like campaigns of mental health because for the impact from the social media, maybe these old adults want to be young with these procedures about things, and maybe for the age and these procedures can be like so risks for them.
I want to add to that you said because it's important to understand that children in the future will be I don't know how to say that, but the parents of the children will or have the responsibility to make or to make that the children understand that eat, for example, health food or do exercise is important or is the best option before to make a surgical or a plastic surgery. And it's important to make or to promote that kind of thinking in the parents of or in the adults in general, because that people know that the health habits are the best option before the surgical or the medical procedures. um, Maybe the children, or not maybe, the children have to know that in the future. So I think it's important to make sense in the adults that have the health habits to to the to the be that the children have has this kind of thought in the future.
I agree with you, like the campaigns have to be applied to the all persons, but we are like emphasizing the children because I think all persons like have the capacity like to think about the consequences of what they are doing. In the other hand, children like are starting like to thinking about like what are the life, what will be the consequences. So that's why we're emphasizing like in the children because they like do not have the opportunity to like think about what are the consequences of what they are doing.
Last 3 minutes.
I would say that was that the consequences that they can awareness of that is like the change of the culture. Yes, it starts with the most younger people, most young people. If the children learn good, they know the consequences of all that situation. They can transmit that in generations. It's not the first step to change the culture among all the generations, future generations.
And also, I want to add that it's important to focus in the children because the children in the future will be the people that are in the society. But I think the families or the social this the center of the society is the family. So I think if you educate or if you promote that habits in the family, especially in the adults, sorry, it will be changing with the time because if we if we only focus on the children, it will be good results, but in the long term. But now, for example, the obesity is increasing and the surgical procedures will increase too. So if we if we promote this health this health we promote that habits, it will be better in the short and the medium and the long term. Before that, if you just focus on the children in the future.
I think that is like a bond between them because if the parents change that way of thinking, they change the education of their kids. Yeah.
Okay.